Welcome back to round 5. It comes from the USA and it comes from Miami, notoriously a track that we do work very well on. So just to bring you up to speed then, we have time for a new front wing. Yes, we are getting improvements, as you can see, some very nice improvements for this race, and our ranking on the grid goes up quite a lot. So we're going to install that on car 2 and car 1, which is very, very much needed as we speak. We've got nothing else that is ready, just to bring you up to speed. Side pods, we are designing a few bits. We are also designing another front wing, which just makes us slightly better, so that is good. But this should suit us, this Miami GP. So let's get into qualifying and let's get back. Can we get our first win on the board? Oh man, that's all I want. Just one win, please, game. Just give it us. Here we go then in Miami. Let's get an early board on the time. Let's get an early time on the board even, as we send Pourchaire and Lance Stroll for their first laps. Hopefully no traffic as we come round. Just a few cars now coming out with Bottas, and no, that's going to be good. We're going to get a decent lap attempt here. Just going to catch Bottas, I think, at the end of the lap. But Stroll does a 27.6 and Pourchaire just a couple attempts off with a 127.8. Is that going to be good enough for a potential front row grid start? You can see we are not going to run again in this session. I don't see the big enough improvement of 5 tenths from Tsunoda up to Pourchaire in P8. Look at the timings at the top though. Look how close it is as Perez does a new lap time. We're just a couple attempts off pole position. That's all we've got to find, and we've obviously only did the one run in that session as well, so very much possibility that why not, why can't we start on these front row of the grid? That would be epic for the first time as well. So just 2 tenths, look, matching with George Russell. That is encouraging. We are well in the mix. Surely it is only a matter of time until we get our first victory or first pole position in a race on F1 Manager. We go out on some used softs straight away, like normal, and hopefully just a few cars start trundling out of the pit lane as Zhou Guanyu comes out. That is not the time for Max Verstappen to be coming out. Pourchaire is going to get a nice tow down the straight though, and as we cross the line this time, I think that's a poor time. It's a 28.1 and a 27.8 for Pourchaire. We're definitely going to have to run again on new tyres, so I'm not quite sure how. But Alonso's just done a 26.9. Where has that pace come from? That is insane. Stroll now goes 7 tenths. But where's that lap? He must have got 2 lots of slipstream. There is only way I can literally have a look at that, because that is incredible. And we come through with Pourchaire now, who does go 2 green sectors, but his first sector was pretty slacking. So 8 tenths off. We haven't got time to go again. We've got to hope that we don't get knocked out. I mean, we're not going to, I don't think. Perez and Hamilton, they would be big shocks if they go out. Hamilton's out. Perez, oh, I thought he was out. The flag came up. I thought we'd got rid of a Red Bull. Sadly not. P2. We are through to Q3. Any big names? Lewis Hamilton is the big name. P15. Norris down in the McLaren. So, Q3 time. New tyres we are going to go on. This is it. How did Alonso do that lap time? Unless the track did develop, that was incredible of a lap. So, out we go. We're going to send them pretty close together, and this is going to be our first attempt before we come back for tyres. So, Verstappen comes out, clear lap ahead. Hopefully, Pourchaire just getting a slight DRS from the 27.8. Yeah, it's not the best. And wow, Pourchaire 8 tenths off. That is a shocker in Q3. So our final run in Q3, and look where we are. I thought we'd be bang up there, and we could still be bang up there after we used, well, I think we used new tyres, so we shouldn't actually be this far away. We've got both Williams, as you can see now, and hopefully we're going to improve. We're only 5 tenths off, I mean only, but surely we can get closer to that 27.3 with the upgrades that we've got on. We start our lap with Alex. Where's Alex, our rival, in P2? Verstappen P1, Alonso P3, double Ferrari 4 and 5. So hopefully some improvement in this first sector would do very nicely indeed. As we come through then, down the straight we go. Purple for the first sector. Hold your seat. This could be possible. Stroll goes purple. Pourchaire, what time difference it is? 32.4, 32.5. That's not bad. Can we go purple in the middle sector? It's just a green. It is 20.3. It's a 20.3 as well. We are improving massively. Can we take pole position here at Miami? Stroll to the final corner now. Good sector needed as we approach the line. Lance Stroll, across the line we go. It's pole! Come on! Lance Stroll! Unless it's going to be ruined by Russell or Perez. Is it going to be ruined? Are they on laps? Perez, Russell not improving. I think we've done it. I think it's going to be our first pole position of F1 Manager 23 by raw pace. Lance Stroll. And Pourchaire's in P4 only. Literally a tenth off. Wow. Russell's going to come in. We do get, finally, our first qualifying pole of the season. We improve. Lance Stroll. Absolutely beast in that one, and we are finally on the front row in P1. We don't usually get good starts, so that's the problem, but maybe today will be different. Oh, come on, can we get our first win? That would be unbelievable. So, what sort of strategy? Soft, well, apparently a two-stop is quicker. Soft, medium, soft. Well, I don't mind that. I don't mind that. And Pourchaire in fourth. Yeah, one stop's only a second quicker though, and with our pit times, that's the worry at the moment. We're going to go mediums, I think, and then I'm going to go double soft. So we'll extend that out, like so. Extend that back a bit. That should run the softs pretty nicely. Yeah, so can we? What can we do then? Can we get off to a flyer? Come on, boys. See what we've got as we go hunting for pole to victory. First and fourth for the Williams team. Here we go. Williams on pole. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. That is fantastic to see. And we're going to go battle assist. We're going to go battle assist. Can we take P1 by the first corner? Don't want to click that button. We go on board. And we are currently leading. Pourchaire. Oh, he's on the mediums trying to get P3. So at the minute we deploy hard. Let's have a look at the tyres. Verstappen is on the mediums. He's going to be quick at the end of this race. He's going to be quick anyway. Let's not kid ourselves as we go down to the end of the straight. Verstappen looking at a move already on Stroll. That's just how quick they are at the start of this race. We're going to keep pushing on the softs. We've got a little bit of play in the tyre that we can use. And as we exit the corner, we come down this long straight, you're going to see this Red Bull start to close. And there you go, starting to close now. Can we get a drift of the DRS zone, though, when it comes available in a lap's time? I mean, 3 tenths at the moment. I mean, it was looking like Albon with the fastest time through there. A lot of different on tyres, soft and mediums. Majority of the field going to mediums early on. And we're going to hope that we can just start to drift. But it's still only 3 tenths. Everybody pushing at the moment. You can see that by the percentages of tyres. But we're okay as well. Because remember, Pourchaire's on the mediums. And he's only 4 tenths behind Albon. But what a result so far if we can do this. Can we do it as we come down the straight? And Red Bull of Max Verstappen is chasing hard. It is down to 4 tenths at the moment. Into the last corner we go, and we go into the first corner. And we're going to sandwich in between the Aston Martins. Stroll leads from the Red Bull of Max Verstappen. 5 tenths is the gap. DRS is now enabled. And we're going to have to top up at some point. This could be a sitting duck. Could be a sitting duck. 2 tenths. Look how quick that Red Bull is. It is phenomenally quick. We are lapping okay, but I don't think we're going to have a match. Verstappen's pushing hard to try and catch us up. We are going to have to deploy and save ERS at some point. We've dropped Albon, so if we can keep pushing at the moment, if we can drop Albon, we get ourselves out of attack anyway. Verstappen 7 tenths behind. DRS opens down the straight again. You can see that rear wing now opening. And everyone starting to push. Verstappen's P2. Can we break it? We're going to look after. We're just going to run out of ERS here as well. Pourchaire has just got Albon. We are P1 and P3 in Miami. I knew this track would suit well. Long way to go. But into the final corner. DRS helping to get the job done. 8 tenths. That is what we are trying to basically break at the moment. We are using a lot more tyre. We're going to go back to aggressive. And now we are just going to have a look. We're going to look after it. Because Pourchaire just getting Albon. We can't keep this pace up. It is simple as that. So we are going to have to conserve it. It does mean it's going to bring the Red Bull a lot closer, as you can see. But Pourchaire is now within Verstappen. And remember, Pourchaire is on medium tyres too. And he is just over a second out at the moment. Stroll being attacked by Max Verstappen. Into the corner they go. Is it going to be Max Verstappen? No, it's not. And he's going to come back at us pretty hard here. Watch this for a move down into turn 1. He pulls to the right-hand side. Is he going to make the move? They're side by side. Oh, we're just going to get the traction, I think, out of the corner. Max Verstappen now pushing really hard to try and get through. We have the inside line. Albon's all over the back of Pourchaire as well. At the moment, we stay ahead, but we've got to really start eking out these tyres. There we go. This could be a move. A strong potential chance of a Max Verstappen dive up the inside. Doesn't take it. We stay ahead, but only just. Pourchaire is bang there as well now. So a lot of pressure. And yeah, I mean, Verstappen's been pushing pretty hard. Stroll's got a good exit out of the corner as well to try and hold off Verstappen, who cannot get the move done. Let's go back to the interval. 4 tenths is the gap. Pourchaire just sticking within DRS here, being pulled along. And Albon is on the soft. So, yeah, we're actually okay here. Can we get our first victory? We've got a brilliant position, P1 and P3. Just looking after softs, looking after ERS. We'll move that back up to neutral. It might be difficult, though, because here comes Max. But still, that top speed of our car with that front wing improvement has really helped us so far. Pourchaire is bang behind Max Verstappen. I tell you what, if we can get Pourchaire past Verstappen, that would be interesting. And we go again down the straight. Pourchaire is closing all the time. So is Verstappen, who moves out to the left-hand side. Is going to make the move. Is he going to get ahead, though? We'll watch on board from Pourchaire. Verstappen couldn't get the job done. And now Pourchaire coming at him. It's into the first corner we go. It's double Williams going for it big time here in Miami. Can we take P1 and P2 at the moment? Oh, we can. We are into a 1-2 in Miami. Lap 7. What an overtake by Theo Pourchaire. Caught the Red Bull driver napping. Let's watch that again. This is a potential epic in Miami. And look at that inside line. Oh, what a move. And now it's going to get interesting. Let's ride on board. He's coming back at us, and now it's Stroll under pressure as Verstappen goes to the outside. Takes the inside line for the next corner. If we can keep this, though, we get the inside line again. Verstappen in P2, and now down the straight we go. Stroll's got a brilliant exit. Verstappen's got DRS. That acceleration really helping. Pourchaire's bang there as well. He's going to try and keep ahead here. And he does keep ahead. Verstappen has to back out. Absolutely amazing racing here on lap 8. And we are currently sitting P1 and P2. Can we get pole to victory? Oh, it's going to be tough. Both Williams in the lead, though. Fantastic. Our upgrades are working. But we have now just got to manage the tyres. There's a long way to go in this. And looking at the tyres, yeah, Verstappen just maybe looking after now. But let's see. And interestingly, Pourchaire and Stroll, we're going to let these battle because there is absolutely no point. But it is the mediums now that have started to come into play on lap 9. We're going to come back at him on the softs, though. And Albon is going to start and get back ahead. Or is he? Now, we don't want an inter-team battle here as our teammates go at each other. 2 tenths. I mean, I feel like I should really just hammer it with Stroll and just see if we can stretch clear. But you can see the tyres are not the best. And as again, we go into... Oh, we don't want to fight this too hard. But it is Pourchaire who takes ahead again. We are literally battling for the lead. Who's going to get... Oh, come on, boys. Let's not fight too hard. It is down the straight we'll go. DRS is going to open. Pourchaire currently ahead. Stroll's coming back at him, though. And I always click the wrong button. There we are. And Stroll is down to P2. I don't want to push Pourchaire too hard though. And we're going around the outside on the soft tyres. Obviously traction's good, but then mediums are definitely working better as it stands. So I think we just go light here, and what we do is we just say don't fight teammate, because we are actually not, 5 tenths. That is it. If we keep this, it'll make it really hard for Verstappen to come past, so to speak. So we enter the pit window, and I tell you what, it is helping us really extend. Pourchaire's tyres are absolutely fine, and Stroll is just sitting behind him, giving him basically backup. Verstappen's obviously overheating his tyres. He's looking after them compared to us. We're on 62%. So, yeah, can we go just light for a few laps here on Verstappen? Here we go again. Verstappen looking at a move, and Verstappen has just got ahead. So we're going to move Pourchaire back up to standard. Let's take a look at that move. It was only a matter of time. Stroll going backwards. And look at this, we are queued up right behind Pourchaire, who is just looking after his mediums, and Verstappen does get the inside line. But I'm sure Stroll will have something to say about that, and so will Verstappen, because Verstappen opens his rear wing, going to try and move on Pourchaire. He's looked after his tyres well. Where is Pourchaire? He's behind Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen now really accelerating away on them 66% tyres, and now we might just struggle. Softs are working well. I don't want to go softs again. I do want to go mediums. Stroll's just looking after them, and he's obviously only 4 tenths behind anyway. Pourchaire is on track to level these out, and it's 9 tenths now. Max Verstappen must now be pushing, and I think he is. He's going green in the sectors. Did a 33.3 last time. Pourchaire's now out of DRS, so it is a big push. What are we gapping when we're going to put out? We're going to probably come out around Bottas with actually some nice air here. So what I think I'm going to do is now attack with Stroll for a lap or two. We are going to we ignore that. He can fight teammate, no problem. I don't want to do the old do not fight teammate on Pourchaire, because you know what's going to happen. So we've asked Stroll to now basically push, and he's actually really closed the gap now to 1.1 again. Pourchaire's just fighting around. He did a 32.9 last time round, and now this lap we're going to do a 34, so just dropped to 10th. Maybe losing ERS is the problem. We're going to pit this lap. We are going to go on to medium tyres. So pit stop for Stroll. We need a good stop by the team here, as we are starting to struggle. Pourchaire, a few laps to go though until he pits, about 4 or 5. And now Pourchaire carries on. Stroll's in. Please team, this is the day that you have got to get me a stunning pit stop. Come on. 3.7. Could be worse. Could be worse. Are we going to get... Oh, we could have done with getting ahead of them. We could have done with getting ahead. Oh, that's killer. Because we're going to get held up here. Alonso's jumped us. Gee, how has Alonso jumped? It must have been the pace on the pure softs that he's running. And now Alonso gets past, so hopefully we shouldn't get stuck too much here. We've got Leclerc now chasing us, and Leclerc is now passed on the mediums. Everyone's just looked after their tyres a bit better than us. Stroll trying to get past Zhou Guanyu.
It's not going to be long now, mate.
We're trying to just extend out with Pourchaire. Have we thrown away a potential victory here? Our pace is a bit struggling now. But Stroll is past. We're going to top up again. We're going to get ahead of Albon. It's a lot closer though than we thought. And let's just move to standard as well. Pourchaire. What can we do with Pourchaire? We want to pit around lap 24. So there's a few laps left until our pit stop. And Pourchaire's actually closing. So now we're going to go attack him. And we're going to see if we can close the gap. It's 1.5. Stroll is behind a few cars. We're going to deploy down the straight, and he needs to get rid of these. He needs to get rid of these quickly. Hamilton opens his DRS. We absolutely close in, and it's going to be a pit time for... We'll take that off. We should take these off really. Soft tyres will go on, and we'll go for some slightly used. So we'll push that. Take battle assist off as well now. I always forget that's actually on. So we've got a chance. And Verstappen's come out. Verstappen's still going. But we're only 18 seconds behind him. So we could potentially drop him as Stroll takes Hamilton. That's a big move. And that is now Sainz. We're going double Mercedes here. Are we going to the outside? Yes, we are. De Vries has had a pit stop issue. Don't really care about him. And we make moves. Let's make a bit more of an attack as well, shall we? Stroll overtakes Sainz. And we are in the pits with Porsche. Another pit stop time. Come on, team. See what you've got. See where Stroll comes out. Compared to, I mean, I think Stroll's going to be light years ahead here. Good stop, 3.5. Now we attack. Clear air? Not quite. Where's Albon? There he is. We have got clearish air on the softs. We're going to attack straight away. Stroll, we are pushing because we can jump. 16.8 to Verstappen. Is he going one stop? I think he potentially is. But we are pushing hard. We want to close the gap. We are on softs at the end. If we can just close this gap, that would be phenomenal. Porsche's caught this Mercedes really quick, and if he can get ahead of him now, without losing too much time, he moves to the left, does the Mercedes of Hamilton. We are past already, into P9. We're going to keep him pushing for another lap. Let's go. See what he can do. Porsche, we've just seen that happen. And now Stroll. We're just going to eke out these tyres. What's the gap to Verstappen out front? 14.7. Verstappen is going long. Leclerc's going long. They're all going long ahead. Are we correct to do a two-stop, or are we on the wrong strategy? Let's look at sector times. I want a good lap with Porsche here. 33.8 versus 33.9. Doesn't improve Stroll in the middle sector. We're going to now just keep pushing. ERS is empty on Porsche, but he's right behind the other Mercedes. That's why he's not improving. And now he is ahead. We're going to move back to standard on both cars because we have really closed the gap. Porsche does get Sainz. Verstappen's in. He's coming back out. We are going to be comfortably ahead on both cars. The pushing has worked. Verstappen's on the hard, so he doesn't have to pit again. Oh, has he got that right? So, multiple cars have stacked it. Yellow flag in Sector 2. Who is it? It is Lando Norris and the Alpine. There's the Ferrari in the background. They just touch. Just touch. And yellow flags, but that is over already. Now we've got Stroll behind Alonso. Now we need to get rid of Alonso as Sainz pits. Perez is going fast. And we need to watch out. Time penalty for Lando Norris. We're going to deploy on Stroll. Got to get past Alonso. Got to. This is critical for our moves. Let's attack. Let's use these tyres. We close right up now. Porsche's in P3. Oh, look at them. That's how much we've attacked with him. We're going to try and just balance that out. Can we get past into the lead? Down the straight we go. Soft tyres for Aston Martin. We move to the left-hand side. Aston Martin's actually getting faster. But now we potentially do get the move done. Yes, we do. Great move. We've got no energy, though. We hear that loud and clear. As Alonso comes back at us, but I don't think he can. And we're going to go down to aggressive. Lap 36 out of 57. Stroll leads from Alonso Porsche. Alonso's still got a pit. So has Porsche. These hard tyres is what we are worried about. We are going to just save a little bit of fuel. But we have only got 10 seconds. We're going to have to find 10 seconds on Verstappen. Verstappen last lap was basically a 32.2. We did a 32.2 as well. So we're actually lapping around the same, even though we're on quite used tyres. So we've just got to keep this pace up. You can see the mediums, we're just trying to stretch out here. And we are on aggressive with the time. We can just go back to neutral. We're watching on board with Alonso. He's not pitting yet. And obviously Porsche, we're just trying to manage out now after that early pushing. This is not over. Verstappen, now Perez does a 33.0. We're lapping around the same as Verstappen. It could go right to the wire. Who's got best though? One stop or a two stop? So the gap is at 9.1 seconds to Verstappen. And I think now I'm going to just give it our all here and attack with both drivers. Now, pit with Porsche. I'm going to probably have to go... I will probably still go new and hope that we can get it, because it's only 17 laps. No, it shouldn't be no problem. I mean, we've done nearly 15. We're absolutely hammering it. So we've got to just see if we can close this. 8 point... I mean, Verstappen's closing all the time. It is. I mean, he's with DRS, I think, actually, of Porsche. That's why. We are going to drop down quite a bit here. But we are going to be so quick. Verstappen's going purple, so he's pushing. Stroll is out in the lead. Can we use Porsche? So, what do we do? We've got to send this out. Porsche and Verstappen, where are we? I mean, 4 attempts, but we've got so much ground to make up. Oh, is this going to be possible? We're not going to get to the end, of course. But how are we lapped last time round? 1:31.5. Verstappen did a 31.2. He's in DRS. I'm going to keep going for a minute. Because this gap is... I'm going to keep a guy on the lap time for the leaders, because they're only 17 seconds. Maybe we can just do one more lap. Porsche has going to get DRS here. Should get DRS. And he opens, he does get DRS. That's a nice saviour. And I think now we pit for new softs on Porsche. Maybe just did it a bit too late, but he'll be in next lap for fresh softs. We'll keep him pushing though. Or actually, can we? Yeah, we'll keep him pushing. And we're going to just stick him on. Always defend. But 8.3, we are going to drop back. 17.6, you can see the gap is up to now. And well, we might have handed them the initiative. We're going to get in. I think we come in this lap. Go to softs for Stroll. All systems go here. And we're going to deploy down the straight. Let's use our battery as best as we can. Time for Stroll's pit stop. He's going to fall. I mean, he's got back to... Oh my God, I've actually double stacked it. Oh, Jesus. Should be 9.4 seconds. Do not have a bad stop. 3.3. That's good stop. Very good stop. There. Oh my God. Look at the pack of cars that we come out behind. Jesus. Oh, this could be... Oh no. 5.7 for Porsche. Down to P10. We were P1 and 2 in this race. Oh. But can we be so much quicker? That is key here. Can we be a lot quicker? We are 9.8 off the lead, and we've got to try and come back through. Look at these fighting. It would be amazing if we can get one of these early. Look at the traction that we get. We are past the Ferrari. This is absolutely critical. What can we do? Can we get another car? Can we get past the Red Bull? Oh, not quite. We're going to get good traction, and look at that. He's buzzing. He's Stroll. And now, coming down to the first corner. This is vital. If we want to win a race this season, we have got to get past these. Perez and Albon going at it. We are bang there at the moment. We're going to top up just to look after everything. And then we are going to get back on it. And actually, it might not matter because we're going around the outside of Albon. We're up to P3. This is crucial. If we can keep this position. And now we're on the back of the Red Bull. Porsche's flying through as well. This could be the most brilliant race you've ever seen at the end. Now we go past potentially Perez. Closes the door very quickly. But now we should be able to get a job done down the straight as we exit. Perez doesn't get DRS, of course. And now, can we move to the right-hand side? Yes, we can. We are through. Can we catch Max Verstappen? That is absolutely clinical. We're going to top up on the battery. And that is a 32.1. That is 5 tenths quicker as the Red Bull comes back at us. Surely it's just a matter of time before we drop them. I will drop you, Perez, quite literally. I mean, we've fell quite back with Porsche, but them hard tyres are going to be a little bit painful for them. We're on aggressive, and we've also now dropped. And look at the gap to Verstappen is dropped down to 7.2. Down to 7. It is dropping all the time as we look for a potential win. To 6.5 now for Verstappen. 6 seconds. We are lapping so much quicker on these soft tyres that there is every single possibility that we can close this gap. Down across the line we go. 32.7 for Verstappen. It's a 30.3. It's 2.4 seconds quicker. Can we do it? Can we? I don't want to push too hard. I mean, we could try and take a fastest lap. I'm not concerned about fastest lap. I mean, I could be concerned with Pourchaire. Let's push Pourchaire for a fast lap, eh? Let's see what happens. Because he is currently P9. But we are flying. What's the gap? 4.8. Come on. This is an absolute moment of madness. We've done the 2-stop. We've committed to it. And what I'm going to do is I am just going to move to standard. I think we'll catch him anyway. Pourchaire, looking at lap times, purple and a green. Can we take a lap time that is faster than everybody else's? Because no one is surely going to make another time here. 3.5 to Verstappen. Pourchaire's catching. He's going to come across the line. It's going to be a fastest lap as well. Williams are on the charge. 3 seconds the gap now. This is incredible. Oh, I've waited for this day to come. And now we're going to go back to aggressive. We're going to go standard on the fuel. We are topping up ready. 2.8. 10 laps still. We just need to look after the tyres because 74%, but we should be just a lot quicker. We're going to coach these in. Look at Pourchaire, 29.4. And Verstappen's got a bit of traffic as well. And he's got a fair bit of traffic that slowed him down. He does a 32.7 again. We do a 30.6. 2 seconds again. Pourchaire's got Russell up to P7. Down the straight, he's got the Ferrari right there as well. And he's now passed. It is free of breath. Whoa, they go wide as well. So, P7, Pourchaire flying out there. He could still get past some of these cars. There is no question as to why he can't. And here we go. 1 second with Stroll. We're not pushing hard, remember. We are not pushing hard. 7 tenths. Verstappen on the hards. We are on the softs. This is for the lead with 10 laps to go. We move to the right. We are passed into the lead, ladies and gentlemen. He's coming back at us, but we're going to get the traction. And we are into the lead with 9 laps to go. Stroll takes Verstappen, and Pourchaire is right behind Albon as well. We're up to P6. This is phenomenal. We are flying. Pourchaire quicker than everyone but Alonso. Alonso on the medium tyres. Oh my god. And what is the gap still? 2 tenths, 3 tenths. We're going to deploy Stroll out of this corner because we want him to start literally pulling a gap now. We deploy down the straight and look at the speed that we've took out of that. 9 tenths. Well, as soon as we get out of DRS, I will probably just go light on the tyres just to hold them up and survive them later on in this race. Pourchaire, 12.7 off the lead, closing on Leclerc all the time. But Stroll is now 1.2. We're going to move that to light, and we are just going to go balance. I'm going to watch that gap because I am just going to try and look after softs, make them stronger, just in case the hards come back at us. Pourchaire, last lap. Are lapping around the same as Perez and Leclerc, which is interesting. And they are on the hards. So they've probably got DRS actually. And yes, that is why they are being pulled along by Fernando. We can go attacking whenever we want, but can we close with Pourchaire? I mean, the tyres are not looking amazing, but we are closing the gap in P6. Verstappen just about getting that to a second. We're going to move it back to standard now. Pourchaire, where can we get to? Can we get Pourchaire higher? It's going to be tough if these start squabbling. And it wasn't a great lap time last time. It was 5 tenths slower. So, just got to see what we can do as we do move down. Tyres are hot. Let's just move them out, see if they can help. But Stroll's lapping okay. It's back within 4 tenths. What's happened to Stroll? Why? This Red Bull's been looking after its tyres. 6 laps to go. This Red Bull has really been looking after its tyres because now he's all over the back of us. Where has his pace come from? So the hard tyres look like they are getting better, and maybe we've just took a bit too much time out of our softs. I mean, 30.1, Verstappen definitely looking after his tyres to then come back at us. He's still on 59% though. That's what I don't get. And Verstappen's going to move back past. Stroll should get a better exit. I wouldn't mind DRS here either. And we're going to take the inside line. It's going to be Max Verstappen who doesn't get DRS. We should get DRS. You should see that now flick open. And it doesn't. Is it the Red Bull that got it? He did get it. And into the first corner. I think we're struggling. I am just going to look after tyres and I'm going to attack again later on in a lap or two. Man, this is changing all the time and it's fantastic to see. Pourchaire, I think, is struggling. He's 6.9 seconds behind Perez. And I don't think he's necessarily doing lap times. So everyone started to increase their lap times again, which is not great for us, I must admit. But Stroll is coming back at Max Verstappen here. Who is going to get DRS? We pull off... wrong button. Red Bull gets DRS again. Remember, this is for our first victory in F1 Manager. And the Red Bull now does get ahead. But we could probably just go... We've only got 3 laps to go after this one. As long as we stay within, we can then attack. I think they're using quite a bit of tyre here. 55%. And we're going to go attacking soon. We lapped quicker than Verstappen. Bit better lap times. They're starting to slow again. So it looks like a burst of pace from Verstappen and co. And now we are back through again. So maybe they were just pushing hard at that point. At the minute, we are ahead. Verstappen gets back ahead. Stroll just ekes out. But DRS will become available for us. And we're back through. Do we push hard now? We've only got 3 laps. I think we do. I think we go attacking, and I think we go neutral. And we try and just break that toe again. 0.6 faster. What about Pourchaire across the line? This is what I'm interested in here. We're going to go attacking. 32.6 he did last time. And yeah, I mean, he's faster again. So I think they were pushing hard. Verstappen, 3 laps to go. Now a second out, which is perfect. What can we do with Pourchaire? We're just going to bully these tyres now. Absolutely bully them. We're going to push for fuel as well. Let's bring that back down to 0. 2 seconds is the gap now as we fly. It's not a brilliant strategy for Pourchaire, I admit. But it might just be enough. 2.4 seconds. We are absolutely flying with Stroll now as he goes through. And look at the lap time that he set. 2 seconds quicker. We'll go back to standard on everything. That is job done there. That's what we needed. We go 2 seconds quicker than Leclerc. We've literally got 2 laps. We should be able to attack them to the end. We'll go balanced. What we'll do is we'll deploy down the straight for that extra pace. What's the gap now out front? Remember, this is for victory. With 1 lap to go, we're going to push as well. We can probably push all the way. Let's push. Where is Pourchaire? He's still 5 seconds off, I think. 5.6. Because Leclerc's getting DRS. So he's going to finish down in P6, which is not actually brilliant. Because we were in a lot better position with him. But it might not matter. Final lap for Lance Stroll in the Williams car. Will this be our first ever win in F1 Manager with Williams team? 5.6 is the gap now. It is stretching massively. Pourchaire, a bit of a rough race in the end for him. Didn't help by that couple of second pit stop slowage as well. But I think we're going to do it. I think we're going to take this in for all its glory. And let's watch Mr. Stroll come round. It is look at that 2-stop, worked a treat. 10 lap attack at the end. 10 laps to take our first ever victory. And you can see the Red Bull in the background disappearing. 7.2 seconds is now the gap. And it is going to be game over for the rest of them. We have done it. We have taken our first ever win for Williams. And it comes to Daddy's boy, Lance Stroll. Get in, Mr. Williams. We have done it. Lance Stroll takes victory. And I tell you what, let's milk it, baby. Let's milk it. He comes across the line. The flags are out. And Lance Stroll takes it. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant by Lance Stroll. What a race, what a strategy to come back. Maybe Pourchaire should have gone on to a one stop, but in the end, he's going to come over still to take some very solid points. He comes P6. So, 10 laps to catch the field. Come on! Pourchaire's buzzing with that. It's a return to form for Pourchaire. It's a victory for Lance Stroll. We have won a Grand Prix in the Gulf livery as well. Oh, the smile. Oh, you can't pay for this. Look at the team. After a difficult start to the openers, Lance Stroll made the move. And look at that. Top of the podium. It is Lance Stroll. Oh. Here we go. Celebrate in style, Mr. Lance Stroll. Get in, Williams. P1, Lance Stroll. 10-lap thriller to take the win. Look at that. 29.4, 30.0. I knew this time would suit us. This track would suit us. It certainly did. Stroll moves up to P6. Theo takes P10. There is no... Well, look at that. 34 points then for us, and we move up to P4. We close the gap on Aston Martin, with McLaren sitting there in 5th and Mercedes now down to 6th. But we gained on everybody in that race. And even with Pourchaire taking a pretty bad 5.7 pit stop, we could have been a lot closer. But look at that. 5th, 1st and 1st. 10th, 4th and 6th. It is a phenomenal race at Miami. 4.4 million comes in the bank as well. And that is our first ever victory. And then we go to Imola, which is another track that will actually suit us in the next race. Oh boy. I am buzzing. P1, baby!